The following is a presentation of the World Baseball Classic.
Shohei Ohtani, 1 of 1.
¡Siéntate! Lo retrata sin sonrisa.
God! George has arrived. Good night now. Santa Maria.
World Baseball Classic. You get it all.
It's day 3 in Tokyo, and 2 of the top teams in Pool C face off in one big matchup. Team Korea made a grand entrance on day 1 with an impressive offensive outburst against Czechia, winning 11-4. Not to be outdone, Shohei Ohtani did some grandstanding of his own in an historic 5 RBI inning in Samurai Japan's 13-0 rout of Chinese Taipei. Day 3 comes to its conclusion with the latest chapter between Samurai Japan and Team Korea. Saturday night fever in the electric town. Tokyo, Japan, Pool C at the 2026 WBC. Perhaps the biggest game in this pool to date, based on the history and the stakes. Samurai Japan against Team Korea with a whole lot on the line. We'll show you the standings in the pool. The idle Aussies 2-0 as they get ready for a date with Samurai Japan on Sunday here in Tokyo. Japan and Korea, one of them will join Australia after the conclusion of tonight's game. Hello, everybody. Alongside my friend and partner, Jose Mota, I'm Steven Nelson. Wherever you may be and however you may be watching, thanks for joining us ahead of what should be an epic clash. Given the history between Japan and Korea, Jose, and the way those two offenses looked in their first games, we're in for a treat.
Well, many of us have had this game marked in our calendars for a long time. Reason is, as you mentioned, the history on and off the field between these two nations. But overall, I go back to 2006. Ichiro Suzuki telling me, when it comes down to Korea, it's not about talent anymore. It's about heart. Expect tonight a lot of intensity.
Korea trying to wipe away the disappointments of 3 straight first-round exits in the World Baseball Classic here in 2026. And game number 1 is exactly what the doctor ordered for them.
You know what happened? They needed to get that load off their shoulders by the offense coming around. It is a different ball club, different build, but also the Powerball showed up here early with 4 home runs led by the top all the way through the middle. And this young man, Shea Wickham, just missed another home run. He told us, hey, I was going for another one, so perhaps today, the hands are fuller because they're going to be facing a lefty in Kikuchi, but overall, that will be a good thing.
It's an interesting matchup, right? The left-handed Kikuchi against the right-handed boppers of the Korean lineup. Speaking of boppers, you got one of the biggest, arguably the biggest in the world with respect to Aaron Judge, that being Shohei Ohtani. Back in a World Baseball Classic. And how about the historic performance he had for the Samurai Japan's historic 10-run second inning against Chinese Taipei?
They went 7 for 10. Ohtani had 5 RBIs in that inning. They were working out of trouble in the first inning. They found a way to find a release point to go out there and put the ball in play. Everything went their way, but overall, I would say these are grinded, earned at-bats, and overall, think about this. The way they're able to go out there and materialize and get the job done with their pitching, it kind of rounded everything out very nicely. Electric
arms in the Electric City. We saw a handful of them, including the reigning World Series MVP in Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who started that game, went 2 2/3. And make no mistake, there's a lot more talent on that pitching staff. Yusei Kikuchi is going to be the starter in this one. Japan and Korea, they always seem to deliver some great moments. Korea has not beaten Japan in the World Baseball Classic since 2009 in the second round. 17 years later, we're going to try and do it again.
And now, taking the field is Team Japan.
There's been a buzz around this building for hours and hours and hours. People still filtering into their seats, packing the Tokyo Dome ahead of this Pool C clash. Samurai Japan taking the field as the home team. And you may be thinking, well, yeah, duh. Well, it was the road team in the tournament opener last night against Chinese Taipei. The left-hander starting the game, Yusei Kikuchi, getting ready for his 8th season in MLB, the 2-time All-Star. 33 starts with the Angels a season ago. His ERA 3.99.
He was so eager to get here. He threw 4 innings in the backfield and said, I'm going in Japan and enjoy my teammates. Unusual. We got to start with his slider, which is a pitch he threw the most last season, followed by the fastball, curveball, changeup, and his sinker. But he is out here to compete, and I think also the mentality is, Stephen, get extended with your innings, and they can use some innings here tonight.
Here's the lineup for Team Korea. They shuffled things around a little bit from where it was in the opener against Czechia to get some more righties earlier in the lineup to counter the lefty Kikuchi. That is because of the splits that Kikuchi has. Historically, right-handed batters have slugged much better against Kikuchi.
A little more on Kikuchi. What we have is quick zone finder. Which pitch is going to land me that 0-1 or get me back in the count after 1-0? The early mix is important. Well, any sliders, we know that. And the simple mix of two is quite important for him because a lot of times he can overthink it, but 2 pitches sometimes, the velocity is just enough.
Behind the left-handed starter, Samurai Japan going with the same starting lineup and defensive alignment that it used last night against Chinese Taipei. Seishiro Sakamoto, the one change behind the plate as Kikuchi's battery mate. But Murakami, the new Chicago White Sox at first base. Shugo Maki, star for Yokohama, at second base. Sosuke Genda had himself a productive first game at the bottom of the order. Kazuma Okamoto at third. Yoshida, Suzuki, and Kondo from left to right in the outfield. Here we go. Japan and Korea underway with a swinging strike one on Do-Hyun Kim. 96 on the fastball from Kikuchi. Kim with a ground ball base hit into left field. Kim, the 22-year-old 2024 KBO MVP, entered the tournament red hot, homered in 3 straight exhibitions leading up to their opener. He was 0 for 3 in that game. He has his first official hit of the tournament now.
Puts together a terrific at-bat. He sees a fastball and then sits breakable. The book says it all. The load-up is so beautiful because even though he goes back a little bit early, watch how nicely he lands that front foot. Smooth.
Now an American League matchup. Kikuchi against Jahmai Jones of the Detroit Tigers. Ball one outside. Jones 1 for 4 with a homer in his Korean national team debut. Jones with a flare in the right center field, down for a hit, going first to third is Kim. How about this start for the Koreans?
They finished the last game with a ton of confidence, and that's exactly how they start. One pulls, one goes, inside out, Jam Jones. Nice piece of hitting.
The corners with nobody out for the San Francisco Giants, Jung-Hoo Lee. Lee had 2 hits and a walk in his tournament opener. Did leave the game early. Tweaked his ankle on a throw-in from the outfield and center earlier in the game.
I love the way he described it to us today. He's charging in, going to make a throw, and all of a sudden, my ankle just went the wrong direction. Look how nice he cuts inside that base. Kim going first to third. That is classic.
Jung-Hoo Lee goes the opposite way, down for a hit, and Korea takes the first lead. 3 consecutive singles to start the game against Yusei Kikuchi.
Did we say it was going to be intense? 3 hitters and 5 pitches later, there they are. 1 in, first and second. Another very solid approach in getting him to get the ball in the zone.
Watching this Korean group on the field before the game, it was as loose as could be. Total opposite from the vibes we felt and saw in 2023. The different group, a group with a lot of young blood and next generation of Korean stars, including this man, Yoon Min-an, another 22-year-old. As for the KT-Wiz in the KBO, trying to add to the early lead for Korea. First and second, nobody out. Kikuchi spikes one in front of the plate, well blocked by Sakamoto. And another right-handed hitter. We talked about the splits. Here's the numbers that illustrate the point. Just in last season in MLB, Kikuchi against left-handed hitters held him to an OPS of 644, 1 home run. Against right-handed batters, OPS 781, 23 homers allowed. So 23 of 24 home runs allowed last season came to right-handed batters.
And on top of that, because he threw so many sliders, 11 home runs against sliders. And only Zach Littell gave up more on sliders than Kikuchi. Littell gave up 12.
A ball and 2 strikes on. Kikuchi comes home. Tipped into the glove, strike 3. And perhaps that will settle the left-hander down.
I think so, Steven. Another point on Korea, too, the way they slugged the ball first game. Against fastballs, they went 2 for 13. Against any other pitch, 8 for 21. And this all started with a breaking ball in the zone.
Now Shea Whitcomb, like Jahmai Jones, following in the footsteps of Tommy Edman from the 2023 WBC as foreign-born players to represent the Korean national team. And he started his national team career with a bang. 2 of them, 2 home runs against Czechia. This is a 27-year-old from Thousand Oaks, California, who's shown penchant for pop in the minor leagues. Just inside, 2 balls, no strikes.
I asked Shea today about the approach on Kikuchi. He go, I'm going to keep it as simple as possible, but I have to remind myself, he will provide the power into my barrel. Don't overswing. That's his reminder.
On a 2-0, Whitcomb with a big cut. Fouls back a strike. The profile on Whitcomb, 5 seasons in the minors. Since the start of 2023, he has the 2nd most home runs in all of minor league baseball with 85, trailing only Ryan Ward of the Dodgers, who has 91. Just to get out of the way of ball 3.
First thing issues. There's a history with him. His wife is a little bit anxious right now for Kikuchi.
High in the air, shallow right field. Going back, Maki from second. He makes the catch, and the runners will hold. Jose, the difficulty level of that play, what would you rate it 1 to 10? Because Maki made it look very simple.
He made it look very smooth, and I want to see my right fielder, Kondo, come in more aggressively. He knows his ballpark quite well, has played many games under here, and perhaps he was playing a little bit deeper than he was accustomed to, expecting the power, but you coming forward, and that turned out to be pretty risky. And their outfielder, keep in mind, Suzuki in center, Masataka Yoshida in left. There's not a whole lot of innings covered in either of those positions in the last few seasons by those 2.
Bo Kyung-moon takes ball 1. Korea 1, Japan nothing here in the top of the first inning. 2 on, 2 out. The man who hit the very first grand slam in Pool C in this WBC. Go back to second to throw. Gets into center field. But Jones Was a little late to pick it up. I don't think he would have tried for third anyway in this scenario.
Good job in center field. Talk about outfield coverage. Suzuki charging in. And Jones was way off, but too much of a risk on a play like that with 2 outs.
Moon, a proven slugger in KBO with the LG Twins. Drove in 108 runs last season, second most in the entire league. That to go along with 24 home runs in 141 games. The pitch. Moon goes to the left center field gap. Suzuki can't get it. It's down, dribbling all the way to the wall. Jones coming home. He's waving in Jung-Hoo Lee behind him. Moon drives in 2 with a 2-out double.
This is quite telling here on the approach they've had against Kikuchi so far. First pitch, breaking ball. Look at this one here. They know the slider will be there right now. Remember, this is still early March, and that sharpness is not yet there in repetition-wise in putting that slider in good spots. And they have done the most out of trying to do the least with every single swing.
Moon now in scoring position. Ju-Won Kim. Ball 1 down and in. Last year, Kikuchi had first inning struggles. An ERA of 6 in the first inning. Opponents batting north of 300 against him. Those woes have carried over to his home country and the World Baseball Classic. This is why we've been discussing it all day into the open. The decision to start a lefty in Kikuchi against a lineup whose strength is right-handed hitters. Ball 2 misses.
And Steven, I mentioned a simple mix. Sometimes when he tries to find everything right away, it's when it becomes a problem. And talking to the coaches about that, it's like, sometimes it's 2 pitches. Start with that, get one in the zone, and the one in the chase perhaps could be better.
Ball 3. Already 21 pitches in the first inning. Ground ball to third. Handled there by Okamoto. Throw across to Murakami in time. But a crooked number put up by the Koreans. A massive start in Pool C. You got to know Shohei Ohtani was licking his chops before coming to the plate to lead off the game in the bottom of the first inning. As you saw his good friend Yusei Kikuchi labor through the first inning. Korea gave up 3 runs. Ohtani going to try and kickstart the Samurai Japan offense, just as he did last night. On the very first pitch of the game, he roped a double into the right field corner. After the game, he talked about how he sensed some nerves, some tightness, some of the first timers in the group, so he wanted to show them the way and be aggressive early. Can't swing at that. It's outside, ball 1 from Young-Pyo Ko. Right-hander for the KT Wiz. An ERA of 3.30 last season in the KBO. His second WBC appearance. Catches a corner for strike 1.
Best chance for Shohei Ohtani on the left-handed batters. Center, left center field. With this type of release.
You see Cole working away.
And for Cole, we'll see him miss a little bit more with the outspeed on the inner third, which is unusual, but he lives there and has had success there. Down and in on the lefties.
2 balls and a strike, the pitch. Breaks down and in.
There it was. You would think with the off speed and your arm side where it is, you'd have more control on the other side of the plate. But you're not afraid to come in with the softer stuff.
On the 3-1. Ole Miss is up and in. A leadoff walk for Shohei.
It's another way of setting the tone. It's a loaded lineup. Kosuke Genda. They can play, catch a baseball, and be a big influence in a different type of baseball they play in the bottom third.
He also was 3 for 3 with 4 ribbies last night, so he's down in the 8th spot. Here we go in the 2-hole. Kensuke Kondo, surprising 0 for 5 in the tournament opener. Pitch clock violation issued. 0-1 already on Kondo. Kondo plays for the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks in NPB. Hit .301 last season, an OPS above 900 in 75 games. Ohtani on first. 3-0 Korea already. An early lead for the righty Ko.
Last time Japan trailed by 3. 2023 semifinals against Mexico. Ended up winning that game 6-5.
Ground ball right side, stopped at second by Haesung Kim. He's got one play, that's at first. Ohtani moves up into scoring position. You see some Korean defense there. We'll show you the entire alignment. Park, the battery mate with Cole. Moon at first. Haesung Kim at second. Ju-Won Kim at short. Shea Whitcomb manning the hot corner. Jahmai Jones, Jung-Hoo Lee, and Hyun-Min Ahn, the outfielders.
Nice reach to his left by Haesung Kim. Smooth. He's won some Gold Gloves in KBO as a shortstop and as a second baseman.
Now Seiya Suzuki, the Chicago Cubs. He's in center field for a second straight game. He's been the center of attention in Japan because of the positioning, wondering how Japan was going to utilize him in the outfield. Played just one game in center field of the Cubs since his MLB debut in 2022. Now, the Moon double the last inning, I don't know the number of center fielders who would have gotten to that ball.
That would have been hard to catch no matter who's out there. But you can see the angle he took, not all that comfortable, or used to, I should say.
Going for his bat, he's in a hitter's count. The confidence from Cole to give him that pitch. 2-1, swing and a miss.
Pattern to arm side, fastballs, glove side, slow.
The pitch doesn't miss by much, but it does miss. Now Suzuki in front, 3-1. The 3-1. Suzuki holds the trigger and takes strike 2 on the inside corner.
Look how it offset his timing. Saying slow was going to be away. No, slow this time was in the inner third.
To pay it off, Suzuki swats one in the air, right field. This one's hit well. It's gone. You didn't think this offense was going to go quietly, did you? A loud opposite field shot. We got a one-run game in the bottom of the first.
It's a repeat pretty much of what we saw last night in that second inning. Well, they were 7 for 10, but a repeat of what? Just good at bats, taking information, applying the information. He saw the off speed on the inner half, and that helps him stay a little bit closer, meaning front shoulder, to get to the ball and drive it the other way with that result.
Now Masataka Yoshida behind 0-2. I don't think he's like either call from Todd Titchen, the crew chief behind home plate.
It's a good thing to get some thunder in that lineup. Just like that, you're back in the game.
Bouncing ball to second. Routine for Kim. 2 gone.
Let's take a look here where the pitch is. Look at the hands. They start away from his body, but as the pitch is delivered, he gets his timing back. The hands go back and they go in, which allows him to get this type of extension. Otherwise, if the hands stay out, well, this doesn't happen. He rolls over. Go Seiya.
That's Suzuki's first career WBC extra base hit. Didn't have one in 2017 when he last played. Missed 2023 with an injury. On the board in 2026 and has Japan on the board. 3-2. Kazuma Okamoto, new Toronto Blue Jay. Longtime Yomiuri Giant. Swinging tapper back to the mound. Handled cleanly by Ko. Throw to first. Ends the first. 3-2 going to the second. Second. Already 5 combined runs from these two lineups. Strike 1 from Yusei Kikuchi. We got some help from Seiya Suzuki in the home half of the first, driving in Otani with an opposite field 2-run blast. Kikuchi will face 8, 9, and 1 for Korea in this second inning.
You made a good point about Otani's at bats, saying, guys, let's slow it down. Let me just set the tone, took his walk, and things got going.
Fan made me wonder, hey, he set the tone. He took a leadoff walk. Well, he recognized the situation, down 3-0, not going to tie the game with one swing. He trusts his teammates behind him. There's a lot of excellent hitters, world-class hitters. Just try and calm them down.
Setting the tone sometimes is slowing the game down pretty much. You're saying 3-0, you haven't even hit yet.
Dong Won Pak, right-handed hitting backstop of the LG Twins, a veteran of 14 seasons in the KBO. Waits on a 2-2 and strikes out swinging.
You say maybe a little less, it's a little more at the end. Good execution without trying to yank everything. Just good, solid finish, mechanically right over the front leg. Front leg, finish, stiff, well, better tilt.
Now a little Freeway Series matchup. Kikuchi against Haesung Kim, an Angel against a Dodger. Kim was hitless on Thursday against Czechia, but did drive in a run. Pulls off and slings through. Strike 2.
I'm telling you, I've learned from great masters like Oral Hershiser. Sometimes that slider just a little bit more when you try to do it less. As you hold it in your hand for not as long, release effectively with your just tip of your fingers, get better bites.
Kikuchi tried to bust him up and in with the fastball, and Kim got a piece.
I'm sure you've heard some great things from Oral through the years when it comes to pitching. But simplicity is the best thing.
Ball and 2 strikes still. Another pitch. This one's in the dirt. Haesung Kim has been working diligently over the past couple of years with the Dodgers hitting coaches. Albert Van Scoyoc, Aaron Bates, and the entire team trying to revamp his swing. Had a lot of holes in it coming over from the KBO.
Too many moving parts.
Browns one just foul on the first base side. Started last year down in Oklahoma City, AAA for the Dodgers, trying to work on those changes. When he came up, hit .410 through his first 27 games, but really fell off after July. An injury, health played into that, but hit just 175 after July. And really the focus for Kim has been the lower half. Staying square. He gets a little too rotational, he was telling us. One of the focuses for him, that back hip, not twisting around it, but loading into it.
One thing we did know with Kim last season, we learned he's not afraid of lefties. He stays right in there and fights. And there's time, he's still going to be overpowered, but like any lefty in the big leagues, but he does grind it out against lefties.
The 8th pitch from Kikuchi gets Kim to strike out swinging. Spun him around. Back-to-back punch-outs.
This is a different man. This is a different presence. It is a different pace, and for sure, a different slider this inning. Nice dot.
Turns the lineup around. Back to the top. And Do-Hyun Kim. Speaking of the top, the very top of the zone with a 97-mile-per-hour
Same
hitter.
pattern. He missed the fastball first pitch, and he went breaking ball. Say thank you for that breaking ball. Got the base hit. Get after him.
Lets it eat again. Again 97, but this one misses the zone and didn't get a chase. And led off the game with a single. Came around to score the first of 3 first-inning runs for Korea. They're up by a 1. And a Pool C clash. Kikuchi wanted that one, didn't get it. 2-1.
Getting after it. How about the numbers on this young man? Ouch.
He was limited to 30 games last year because of 3 separate hamstring injuries. But when he's healthy, he looks like a problem for pitchers, that is. In fact, Haesung Kim, during the practice day, came up to us, pointed at Kim and said, next major leaguer. Takes a huge cut. Whiffs on the 3-1. Now it's 3-2.
Waited for the right spot to throw that breaking ball now. After more fastballs, way more effect.
Kikuchi's payoff. Sending the air to right field. Kondo drifting toward the line. Calmly makes the catch. A 1-2-3 second for Kikuchi. Still 3-2 Korea. 1.5 innings complete. Now the bottom of the second inning. Munetaka Murakami. As strike 1 called against him at the shins. Tails outside.
This could be a very good matchup for Murakami. Where his hands are, if he tells himself, let me wait another 6 inches for that ball to hit it right on top of me, the way he backspins, it could be dangerous.
Strike 2, Murakami. The Owen-dan hard at work. The chant for Munetaka Murakami. Show your fighting spirit. Release the power you have developed in this fierce land. Cole's 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Totally fooled him.
As a separator, how deep did you want to make contact? And again, much easier to say from up here than to get it done down there when the ball looks as slow. But just 6 inches, 1 foot beyond that, you get inside that pitch and drive it, even foul the other way.
First K for Cole, who last season became the first submarine pitcher to reach 1,000 career strikeouts in KBO history.
Look at this. And the grip. And the circle. Look at the circle on top, the 2 fingers, the release, and then the pronation creates all that effect.
The 0-1 to Shugo Maki. This is high. Cole, top pitcher for the KT Wiz, his manager, Kang-Sho Lee, who was the national team manager of the 2023 World Baseball Classic, also sidearm submarine pitcher. Now, Maki goes fishing. Strike 2. Of all the talents and personalities in the Samurai Japan clubhouse, Maki's might be the biggest, and that's saying something. Maki Shugo waiting on this 2-2. Fouls it back. His Owen Don-chan. With the power you gain, blast a home run and aim for victory. Another 2-2. Ground ball foul. Strike 3, dotting the inside corner.
Take a look. Where's that ball going to go? Who's going to go away? No, it's going to come in this time. Effectively, he's been changing locations on the off-speed since the very first batter in Shohei Ohtani. Now he's going side to side with that off-speed.
2 outs, bases empty. Sosuke Genda. It's a good pitch on the inside corner. Ruled ball 1.
Guys like this, as Genda likes to do, great to bunt off of.
3 for 3 with 4 RBIs in the tournament opener last night against Chinese Taipei. Flash bunt.
I like the idea. You track the ball better. When it's released from there as you bunt, you can actually direct your bat and put it in a better angle to the other side of the field.
Two and 2.
One thing Team Japan does not have listed as a hitting coach, but they have about 4 hitting supervisors around.
Yeah. And to watch iron sharpen iron in hitting groups, it's a really cool thing to watch. Happens in every dugout and clubhouse, to be sure, but you know, for this national team, the #1 team in the world in the WBSC rankings, and the way that they share information and push each other to be better, something to behold. Genda grounds one up the middle, and awaiting Kim. Straight up at the bag, he throws to first. 1, 2, 3 second. 2 pitchers settling in. Korea leading Japan 3-2 as we start the 3rd inning in the Tokyo Dome. It's a ground ball off the bat of Jahmai Jones. Strike 1. Jones with a career high 72 MLB games last year with Detroit, had a .937 OPS in those games. Among players with at least 150 plate appearances, that was the 7th highest OPS in MLB. Kikuchi's 1-1. Blown away.
Damn, Jones so smart. He can recite to you every single pitch he saw last season from Kikuchi in detail.
Does not offer at a slider downstairs. 3-1.
If you watch Jahmai Jones's front leg, you'll see where he has his knee turned in and his bottom half exposed.
Jones hits it hard through the left side. Okamoto may have gotten a piece but it's a second hit to start the game for Jones. He was telling us during batting practice, Kikuchi punched his ticket twice last season. He wanted to get him back. He's got 2 hits.
Oh, yes, he does. Just reminders, all this front leg stuff I'm talking about, just reminders of where he wants to be, where he wants to stay, as he lands to get a better view of the fastball and obviously that slider that he keeps throwing.
Strike 1 called on Jung-Hoo Lee. But the third of 3 consecutive singles off Kikuchi to start the game. His drove in the very first run.
That was a big lean on that lead out first base by Jones.
Kikuchi approaching 50 pitches already. The next will be his 49th. After 50 pitches, 50 plus, that particular arm has to rest, a mandatory 4 days.
This outing for him, compete, try to win, but also preparation leading to this big league season. He's going to get stressed out. Without worrying, Stephen, about ahead in the tournament. They have enough depth as it is.
'49, about to throw number 50. Grounded foul, squaring the count 2-2. Now, the pitch count being elevated for Kikuchi, not a huge revelation. Averaged the 4th most pitches per inning last season in Major League Baseball. Tick above 17 pitches per. Needed 22 to get through the first inning tonight, 19 to finish the second. Lee skies one right center field. Suzuki running back on the track. He's there to make the catch.
That's a lot of running, a lot of coverage. But talk about coverage. How about this for WBC results Japan? Korea has been the one team that's given them the most problems.
All time, Samurai Japan is 31-8, cumulative record in 5+ tournaments. 4 of the 8 losses have been to Korea, but the last one was in 2009. Different flow to the first 2 tournaments in WBC history, in the rounds, the number of games played. Check swing, the appeal unsuccessful. Ball and a strike on.
Because of that format, you ended up playing one team 2 or 3 times.
Hiromi Ito up warming in the Japanese bullpen. It's the first disengagement for Kikuchi for On's plate appearance. On 0 for 1 with a K. Hits it to left field. Base hit, drops down in front of Yoshida. Jones will hold at second. 2-1 for Team Korea.
And Stephen, what comes into play here is, yeah, you want to go ahead and have that balance that you asked Ibata about. NPB guys and the major leaguers getting them ready, having them contribute. And now the way that it seems like he's lost again to touch with his pitches. Got to keep in mind that bullpen could be busy here very soon to come into the game.
Back to Shea Whitcomb. 0 for 1, popped out to second in his first plate appearance. Fastball low. Whitcomb, currently in the Houston Astros organization, played 20 games with the big league club a year ago. There's 32 ABs, only 4 hits, 1 homer, 107 games with AAA Sugarland. His first hit came in his first MLB at-bat, a double off of Chris Flexen. And Flexen notably pitching now in the KBO, second stint in Korea with Doosan. Kikuchi's 1-1. Blows it by Whitcomb. Kikuchi looks back at Jones, comes home to Whitcomb, and dot strike 3. Fastball on the inside corner to get the second out of the third.
So why not more of those? That is nice execution. Catcher, as a fake, puts it upstairs. See if the hitter will peek back, and goes right down around the knees. Well placed.
Mound visit for Kikuchi at 59 pitches. The pitch count limit in the WBC in the first round is 65. Where Ito is warming in the bullpen. You have Moon coming to the plate. He's a left-handed hitter. With that pitch count number of 65, you are allowed to finish a plate appearance.
In other words, he can go beyond if needed. So it's not 65 and stop. Nope, you can go and just finish the plate appearance.
2-1, including 1 in scoring position for Moon, who has driven in 7 already in this WBC. Over 5 in Korea's first game, 4 of them on a grand slam home run, and then 2 out, 2-run double in the first inning tonight. He's the difference in the game.
We would have seen another pitcher in this situation had not been the fact that Moon is a left-handed batter. And he's now at 61.
Two balls, no strikes, the pitch. Splits the plate at the knees. Strike 1. Slap to the left side over Genda. Falling away, throws to second in time to get on and end the inning. Still 3-2 Korea. Flashing it back to the 2006, the inaugural WBC. Korea beat Japan twice. And again in 2009, the first 2 rounds. They met again in the championship. And Samurai Japan got the ultimate revenge, a win. Now, twice you saw Team Korea planting its flag on the mound. You see Sakamoto, the number 9 hitter, swing through strike 2.
And oh boy.
In 2009, when that happened, there was one particular player in Japan's dugout who was irked by that. That was Ichiro. He took that to his team, and they used that in the championship game. The 0-2 to Sakamoto. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and another strikeout for Ko. He's punched out 3 of the last 4.
Making it look easy. Now he's got a great feel and better understanding of the swings and also of the mix. Effectively going soft early. A little bit harder, as we can say, harder for him. Mid-80s.
Shohei Ohtani represents the tying run. Only the bottom of the third. A lot of ball game left.
As you're talking about Ichiro, this is the type of pitcher for Shohei where he brings that Ichiro swing. Which is not as long. Tells himself, let me hit the ball when it's right around my belly. As a reminder, let it travel.
Ball and a strike. Cole to Ohtani. Ohtani drills one high, deep, and gone again. We're tied in Tokyo.
It's not that easy.
He would beg to differ.
It is not that easy to do, Shohei. Must see TV, must see live at bats. You can't even leave your couch. Can't. Let alone your seat in the ballpark. It's like, what Ichiro swing? He'd take my swing up here. But he did allow that ball to get where it needed to get, deep in the zone.
That takes Kikuchi off of the hook. Conversely, the reaction from Cole on the mound. Right after contact, the Korean starter knew it.
How good does that feel?
The 2-2 pitch. Cole gets Kondo.
Go back. Let it travel. There it is. Soft in, as he saw in the first inning. This one, little cut, undercut, and deposited.
Kikuchi and Ohtani, not just friends, colleagues, competitors. In the same region of Japan, the Iwate Prefecture up north, to the same high school, Hanamaki Higashi High School.
The same job, cleaning bathrooms, as pitchers were assigned.
Tied at 3 in the third. 2 outs, bases empty, Seiya Suzuki. He drove in the first 2 tonight for Samurai Japan with a first inning homer that scored Shohei. Suzuki turns on another one. No doubt about it. Samurai Japan takes the lead. The third Japanese player in WBC history with a multi-home run game is Seiya Suzuki.
Well, a certain matchup was just made for you. In your mechanics, your swing path, your load, and then the explosiveness through the zone. And that's all Suzuki against Ko.
Pitching change for Korea. Now trails 4-3. Back after a pitching change. Jung-Hoon Jo trying to get the last out of the third inning, facing Masataka Yoshida. Shohei Ohtani and Seiya Suzuki both hit solo home runs. Now it's Yoshida's turn. The Macho Man makes it a hat trick in the third inning. Suzuki and Yoshida go back to back. Japan up by 2.
Some kind of firepower. It will get you in a game so quickly. Down 3-0 at one point. Look where we are now. Still early in the game.
More power at the plate, and Okamoto. Numbers for Joel last year in the KBO, 69 games, 67 in the third innings, an ERA of 1.6. Big swing, big miss. A ball and 2 strikes.
We were talking earlier about the information being passed throughout batting practice from the hitting supervisors. But during the game, it's all between the hitters. Easy to understand language.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch stays upstairs. Full count. Murakami on deck. Payoff coming. Okamoto flips it in the air to right field. Charging in on. There to make the catch, but the damage was done. Lots of it from Japan. Now ahead 5-3. Yusei Kikuchi's night is done. Just getting started for Hiromi Ito. 27 games with the Nippon Ham Fighters in NPB a year ago. And the winner of the 2025 Sawamura Award. The NPB equivalent of the Cy Young, one of 2 fighters pitchers in history to win the award. The other, Yu Darvish in 2007.
This is all pure stuff. And very unique in the way he gets his body aligned, balanced, and then explodes. Loose hips. And lines up nicely to finish off every single pitch effectively.
There are a lot of folks in Japan who were clamoring for Ito to start this game or any of the pool games. Instead, he is the first out of the bullpen in relief of Kikuchi, working with a 5-3 lead. And he plunks the first batter he faces, Ju-Hwan Kim, the number 7 hitter. 3 solo home runs in the bottom of the third for Samurai Japan. Change the look of this scoreboard and the feel inside this building. But now the tying run coming to the plate. 2-1 Park. 0 for 1, struck out back in the second inning against Kikuchi. Park hit 22 home runs last year in 139 games for the LG Twins. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Found a little rhythm to get the batter off his rhythm. By doing that, that back foot sliding like that, there's absolutely zero chance. That's way too far to reach.
Final line for Kikuchi, by the way, 3 innings, 3 runs on 6 hits. Didn't walk a batter, struck out 4. 63 pitches, only 37 strikes. Here's a strike from Ito to Haesung Kim.
It was a struggle, Steven, no doubt, but at least he got him through 3. And he got his pitch count where he wants to be at this point before the regular season.
One on, one out. Now the 1-1 pitch. Dives low. Every time you look out to the mound, it's a cloud of rosin.
It's turning all the dirt a little lighter.
Right.
Look at that. It's a lot of dust.
Sakamoto trying to frame up a second strike. Wasn't fooling Todd Tischner. 3 balls and a strike on Haesung Kim. Top of the order is on deck. Now Haesung Kim, a comet sighting in Japan. Korea punches back. We're tied at 5.
Oh, he knew he had it. From the first at bats when he struck out, and so much of those feet moving, and the moving parts all to quiet it down here and deliver. A convincing way. He knew it all the way. Watch this. Land early.
I think he knew
that
it.
knee and let her fly.
The best part about that, Jose, was our pregame conversation with Haesung, because he was one of the supremely confident members of this roster. And I said, hey, Haesung, you going deep tonight? And he goes, everybody but me. He was wrong.
He was. He did sound very confident, and he's one of the best personalities in there. Happy to be back playing for Korea.
A 1-2 to Do-Young Kim. This is upstairs, check swing, but no swing. 2-2. In the air, shallow right center field. Kondo races in, has the second out. Haesung Kim with a 2-run shot off Hiromi Ito, the reigning Sawamura Award winner, who gave up just 15 home runs in 196 2/3 innings a year ago. On the other side, Young Pyo Ko, the starter for Korea, he gave up just 10 home runs all the last year. in 161 innings. And Japan touched him up for 3 home runs tonight.
It's just in this entire pool, there's been a lot of runs scored via the long ball from pretty much every single team. We had a feeling there's going to be some slugging here on both sides today, and they have been slugging on the Korean side, a much different team.
Two strikes on Jahmai Jones, who's 2 for 2, 2 singles off Kikuchi. Already 20 pitches for Ito in his first inning of relief. Started the inning with a hit batter. How costly was that?
Hey, Korea has capitalized on the mistakes he's made, but I wonder how much of an issue not having the starters routine for him and coming into the game under these circumstances.
Ito bounces back with a strikeout of Jones to end the inning, but Ha-Seong Kim has us tied again, 5-5, 3.5 innings complete. New ball game again, 5-5, bottom of the 4th. Strike 1 to Munetaka Murakami.
How about this strong young man?
Strong.
From the legs up all the way.
Ha-Seong Kim, the game-tying 2-run homer off Hiromi Ito.
As Dave Roberts says, Dodgers manager, he's going to have a longer runway with Ha-Seong, considering that last season the Dodgers spring training or Cactus League ended March 12th. That's just not enough time to evaluate a player who just came from Korea. In fact, for the Dodgers, it's the first traditional spring they'll have in the last 3 years here in 2026. Year before, Korea trip. Last season, Japan. You were here.
What an event the Tokyo series was for the Dodgers and Cubs. Right back to it in 2026 with this World Baseball Classic. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Joe comes set. Called strike 3. Murakami unhappy with that call from Todd Tichenor.
Oh, take a look.
Oh,
he was right. He was almost tempted to go to his helmet.
and no ABS in the WBC. First ball swinging for Maki, fouls away a strike.
Some busy Dodgers here today with Shohei scoring a couple of runs, the walk of the home run. His son swinging the bat well. And the plenty of baseball scouts that we saw around here today. Many organizations represented.
With the talent in this pool, it's a smart business trip. On a 1-1. Maki swings and pops it in the air, shallow center. StatCast 3D highlighting the home runs that we've seen from this Japanese lineup.
Or Shohei has to win at 408. Exit velocity, Shohei, but nonetheless at 100.9 is just as good by Masataka Yoshida. Well, he gave me a big smile today when I mentioned Alex Cora. It's like, yeah, he's watching. His manager in Boston.
Bases empty, 2 gone. Strike called against Genda, so top part of the zone certainly there. The hitter's going to have to adjust. The 3 home runs Japan hit in the third, second most in an inning by any team in WBC history, trailing only Venezuela, which hit 4 in one inning back in 2009.
Venezuela off to a good start, as is Puerto Rico, Dominican, Mexico, USA in their pools.
Now this World Baseball Classic fully unleashed. It was just this pool in Tokyo for a couple of days. Now
the colleagues are busy.
Everyone's getting involved. 2-1 coming.
It's a good miss. It's a good eye.
In a 3-1 count, Genda takes inside, ball 4.
There's Park wondering, well, if he gave me the one on Murakami, what happened in the last 2 pitches here? Different quadrants. That's what happened.
The catcher, Seishiro Sakamoto, number 9 hitter, brings Ohtani to the on-deck circle. Sakamoto 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Ball 1. Sakamoto, the backstop for the Hanshin Tigers in NPB. He had a career high 117 games last season. Previous high for him in a season was 84. You know that? Jump up in workload.
Earned it. Any player in that type of situation or conditions says, well, if you give me a little more game, let me show you what I can do. Always welcome the challenge or more playing time, but be ready. And being ready is never an issue around these parts.
Gets a call in the corner. 2-1. They're taking a lot of pitches this inning. Runner goes, throw down to second. The tag, got him. A strike from Park to Kim. We'll see if Japan wants to challenge. It does.
Japan is challenging the out call at second base.
It's going to come down to the tag and the slide. Where was the slide and where did the glove come down here for Genda? Let's look at the leg, tag. Really comes down to those two things. Misses the front leg and goes in between the legs, and there's a right foot. Now, Steven, is it clear and convincing?
That last look at the very end, did he get the shin, the pants around the knee and shin area with that right leg?
The vital part is it clear enough for you to change it?
Right there.
Might have gotten part of the knee. Very good throw by Park.
Replay
right
umpire.
On the money.
David Rackley pouring through the footage. Here's the call.
The call on the field stands. The runner's out. Japan loses their challenge.
It stands and the inning is over. Senators just getting warmed up in Tokyo. Shinjuku.
Lights are on, they're bright, and they are alive.
First pitch of the inning, Jung-Hoo Lee on the right field side, foul ground, sliding a catch attempt, and Kondo can't come up with it, but the bigger hope is that he's okay, and appears that's the case.
Even if you don't make the play, you know exactly where you are without taking a chance of running into that wall by staying on your feet. Many different cuts and angles around that area in foul territory.
Tied at 5 in the 5th inning. 3, 4, and 5 due up for Team Korea. Lee, On, and Whitcomb. Chopper on the right side. Murakami will do it by himself.
Good job bouncing back by Ito on a very dangerous hitter. Leading out of the 5th inning, as Lee has looked very comfortable so far swinging the bat.
Hyunmin Ahn singled his last time up. Struck out in the first, so he's 1 for 2. 2025 KBO Rookie of the Year.
So impressive in this pregame. His routines from the first round to the last round of BP, it's all calculated. To the point where even takes are programmed. I'm going to take a pitch. I'm going to take 2 pitches. I'm going to work the other way. He's one of the few batters I've seen in baseball that during batting practice, he will move around the batter's box to get either more plate coverage, stand on top of the plate, use a 2-strike approach in BP. And that's why he's off to a nice start in his career, the young man. Terrific on base percentage, 448.
Ito puts him down with a fastball at 94.
That's a little bit too much. Heavy, some rise, some serious ride, and some carry at the end.
Shea Whitcomb has come up empty in 2 trips to the plate. Struck out in his most recent appearance.
Ito has found location now, along with that power stuff.
There's 1-2. Whitcomb fouls it away, right side. Oh, do it again.
He'd love to have that one back. He's glad it's a foul ball.
Another 1-2. Top of the zone, check swing. He couldn't hold up. Whitcomb can't believe it, but he's got to live with it. That ends the inning. Shohei Ohtani due up when we come back to the World Baseball Classic. We've crossed the midway point for Samurai Japan and Korea. These teams tied at 5. 9, 1, and 2 due up for Japan against Ju Young Sun. Seishiro Sakamoto, the catcher, was at the plate in the bottom of the 4th inning when Sosuke Genda was caught stealing. He gets another shot here in the 5th, trying to get on in front of Ohtani. The 2-2. Misses upstairs. Letter high. Count is full. And if you're a Sun out of the bullpen, you got to go right at Sakamoto. You cannot walk him. Let's see the 3-2. Down and in. Check swing. He got him. What looked to be ball 4 results in strike 3. A massive pitch from Sun.
Marshall velocity does. It makes you commit and respect it. Unable to hold off.
Back to the top with Shohei Ohtani. Every phone in the building recording. Waiting to see what will he do next. And history shows you expect the expected. Big swing, big miss.
55 home runs last season, 15 against left-handed pitchers, against whom he's logged 554.
Suns 1-1. At the knees, doesn't get the call. The 5th player in 4 major North American Pro Leagues with 4 MVPs in 5 seasons. Bonds, LeBron James, Wayne Gretzky, Bill Russell, Shohei Ohtani. Here comes the 2-1. Square count.
Sun got Shohei on his heels. Watch this take here. And his body balance. Where is it? Heels.
Ohtani took time to reset. Climbs back in. Here comes the 2-2. Sun to try again. Poke the other way. Down for a base hit into left center field. Ohtani has reached for a third time tonight in as many plate appearances.
There's that reset. Very uncomfortable left-handed lanky pitcher, velocity in good breaking ball. The reset tells you, okay, I need to slow myself down. There's that other club. There's that other swing.
He has reached in 6 of 7 plate appearances in this tournament. First pitch, ground ball. Kim tags Ohtani. The throw is wide. Ohtani's hanging out on second, but he has just been informed by Edward Pinales, the second base umpire, that he is indeed out.
Kim has 2 jobs there. Start with the baseball. Find out where Ohtani is. He has it in front of him. Missed, but he's out. And then because of the rush of missing the tag, then he rushes the throw.
Seiya Suzuki, 2 outs and a runner on. 2 for 2 with 2 home runs. There has never been a player in World Baseball Classic history to hit 3 home runs in a single game.
You know, we're commenting about the highlight we saw from exhibition play before the tournament began by the display he put on with the power. Mightily impressive.
Two and one. Perfect placement for Sun to level the count 2-2.
So that big body frame makes that front hip fly open. Watch your front hip.
Suzuki hit an MLB career high 32 home runs last year. Has 2 already tonight. The 2-2 pitch. Swatted to right. This is playable for On. Racing in. He's there. And a runner stranded. Still tied at 5 after 5. Back in the Tokyo Dome, the home of Pool C, the standings have Australia at the top. The Aussies did not play on Saturday. They will face Japan tomorrow. What will Japan's record be at that point? Either be the host nation or Korea. Will join the Aussies at 2-0 after the conclusion of this one. And if Japan wins, that would confirm Czechia would be relegated.
Yeah, Czechia just not enough in every single department so far in this pool.
Ito last year tied the NPB lead in wins with 14. Go along with an ERA of 2.52. It's a ground ball to first, handled well by Murakami.
Nice job there by Munetaka. Making that transition. Told me today, very important for him, Steven, be in better shape physically.
And he looks good. Really fun conversation. He's just telling me about how excited he is to get to the south side of Chicago officially. Like everyone tells me, I'm going to love Chicago in the summer. I said, oh, brother. Yeah.
Right center field. That's what Adam Jones said. You know what? Just right center field. We saw Adam Jones and Kenny Lofton also around here yesterday. He should fit well with the culture of that city and what they're doing to that organization too in the franchise.
Trying to build a lot of pieces, exciting pieces. They will have the #1 pick as well in the upcoming MLB draft. focus for Murakami right now, helping Japan win a second straight World Baseball Classic. Tie game in the 6th, 5-5, Korea and Japan. It has been a back and forth slugfest.
Oh, you don't do that. Oh, yes, you do. With that kind of stuff, there should be a lot of bad swings.
Does not get a swing there. Even count.
You notice the splitter is not so much the vertical. It stays in one plane. It's more the deception and speed differential for him.
In the dirt, full count. Ito approaching 50 pitches in his outing, piggybacking Yusei Kikuchi. According to Yaku Cosmopolitan, run by the awesome Yuri Karasawa, Ito's ranks last year in NPB were reflective of pitches like that. He's nasty. 95th percentile in walk rate, 89th in chase rate, 79th in K percentage as well.
You combine it all in one. Bat at bat. Chase, strikes, whiffs, velocity, punch out.
2 outs in the 6th.
He's finally getting into a rhythm after 22 pitches to begin back in the 4th inning.
Pitch 49, a wave and a miss, strike 2. He needs one more strike to finish the 6th.
Of all teams, in regards to the high market pitches and the amounts of days of rest, Japan is the one team that can afford to say we have the luxury of not having to worry about that because of the starters' experience and how much they need to be stretched out.
A ball and 2 strikes. Pitch 50 from Ito. This is upstairs.
Other teams, Stephen, are pressing for, I need to save this particular arm, one of my best arms, and not have to worry about resting him for 4 days. Japan, no.
This is low and away, and the count is now full for Park. To pay it off. He struck him out. Frozen. Back-to-back punch outs in a 1-2-3-6. Pitch of the bottom of the 6th, fouled away by Masataka Yoshida. New pitcher for Team Korea, right-hander Woo Suk-go. First WBC appearance.
For Team Japan, important to break the mold of what's been a pattern so far. All the damage done by the first 4 batters. From batters 5 through 9, 0 for 9. 0 for 9 includes 5 strikeouts.
Two balls and a strike. Japanese left fielder. Arm popped up beyond the left side of the infield. Kun backing up from third. First out of the 6th inning. First 3.5 innings here in the Tokyo Dome were loud, Jose. 3 for Korea in the top of the first. Japan responded with 2 in the bottom half. Took the lead with 3 solo home runs in the third. Korea got a game-tying 2-run shot from Hae-Sung Kim in the fourth. But since then, it's been zeros all around. Strike 1 to Okamoto.
You think about Japan and their win in 7 innings. 13-0. The last 4 innings, all zeros. They scored 10 in the second, 3 in the third, and that was it.
Ground ball to short. Gobbled up by Kim. 2 gone. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of World Baseball Classic Inc. and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent. The game back to Munetaka Murakami. 2 outs, bases empty in the 6th. 5-5. Japan and Korea level for now. Pinpoint fastball from Go. 1-1.
Flinching today or tonight from Murakami. Not seeing the ball very well.
He struck out twice. Two-time Central League MVP for the Yakult Swallows. This is rookie year in 2019. Murakami had paced NPB in homers, ribbies, walks, but also strikeouts. 972 Ks. The next closest, 796. So prodigious power, but also swing and miss.
And that has a lot to do with the terms of the deal that he got.
But if he gets a hold of one, heads up. Bouncing ball behind goal, right to Kim. A 1-2-3, bottom of the 6th. Keeps the game tied at 5.
Thanks. 1 hit, a couple of runs, 6 strikeouts. And strike 1 from Atsushi Tadaichi here. As Hae-Sung Kim leads off. Big home run last time up. He's 1 for 2. And Tadaichi delivers a ball to Kim.
That revamped swing looked good his last plate appearance.
Met the ball quite nicely. And there's sometimes when he fights still a little movement, a lot of movement. When he doesn't, it's way different.
If he gets too twisty, that's when the mechanics is thrown out of whack. And he finds himself kind of throwing the bat around over the top, creates a big hole. The 1-2. 96 above the zone, strike 3 swinging. And Taneichi.
All that movement is hard to catch up, especially upstairs. Shoulder flying one way, your head flying the other way, meaning your eyes are not exactly where they need to be on target.
3 straight Ks for the Samurai Japan pitching staff, now up to 11 in this game.
And Samurai Japan has not issued a walk with those 11 punch-outs.
Park warming in the Korean bullpen. Tied at 5 in the 7th.
Isn't that what we expected?
We expect we were
runs and a fight. Here we are.
Do-Young Kim fouls it away to stay alive. Got a piece of 97.
Boy, they have some big arms. Oh, goodness.
They did lose a few arms in the lead up to this tournament. Now, they replaced them with very good ones, but it did adjust the pitching strategy. Another 1-2 pitch. Oh, my. Nasty. And a second consecutive strikeout from Kaneichi.
4 in a row overall for Samurai Japan pitching. That's some excellent execution, and that dropped right off the bend.
Talking to the manager of Japan, Hirokazu Ibata, he said because of the injuries, before they were maybe hoping to go starter and then reliever, but losing the arms that they did, they may have to adjust to use 3 starter before a traditional relief pitcher.
And many managers wish they had that problem. He's got some easy pickings, plenty to choose from.
A ball and 2 strikes on Jahmai Jones of the Detroit Tigers. Inches 1-2 fouled back. More upper 90s heat from the right-hander. Excellent pitch. Did not get the call, and Jones somehow took it.
He's going to call it a good take.
That's right.
Ended up being a ball, right?
Now he's got the count even, 2-2. The ball don't lie, as Kaneichi is saying. He strikes out the side in the 7th. We go to the stretch tie. The 7th inning stretch, we return to a tie game. Samurai Japan 5, Korea 5. Young-Hyun Park, the latest Korean reliever. The KT Wiz facing Shugo Maki. Maki is jammed, foul ground, first base side, and it just gets out of play, and Moon went crashing, I should say, into the side railing, and he is still down.
Full speed into the padded short wall. And it is very quiet here in the entire ballpark. Knocked the wind out of him.
There was hardly any let up in Moon as he ran over to try and make a play on the ball.
And straight down.
I hope it was just the wind getting knocked out of him, not something with the ribs or the knee. Looks like he's going to stay in there. And the Tokyo Dome crowd.
There's no way he's coming out of this one. Way too much at stake with a big man.
2 strikes on Maki. And Samurai Japan just waiting for somebody or anybody at the bottom of the order to get involved tonight. 1-1 downstairs. At this point, Jose, 5 through 9 in the order is 0 for 11 with 5 strikeouts and a walk. Box 1-2. Shot foul.
One hit for Japan the last 3 innings. And 2 base runners.
Another 1-2. Missed away. On a 2-2. Turn out of the way of ball 3 inside, filling the count. Winner jumps top the Pool C standings along with Australia. The payoff. Ball 4. Go ahead run on for Japan.
And while we've seen through the years with Japan, these are the type of at-bats and plate appearances that start just turning the tide a little bit more on their side.
Taisei Makihara will come off the bench to pinch run. Good work from Shugo Maki there. He was behind 0-2. Was able to work a walk and get on base. Now some speed trying to manufacture here at the bottom of the order. Sosuke Genda 0 for 1 with a walk, was caught stealing. Had 3 hits last night and drove in 4.
And already showed bunt earlier in this game.
Whitcomb at third. Creeping in, try and keep Makihara close to first. They're ready for it. Inside nearly hits Genda. I want to say, did they keep the bunt around? No, he did not. He pulled it back.
It's a good job by the catcher Park saying, hey, just in case did that bat stay on that plane too long.
Genda not deterred. Bunts it down to the first base side. A sacrifice bunt puts Makihara in scoring position.
If he drew this inning up on the offensive side by Ibata, it is exactly how you want it. Get the leadoff man on, get the base runner as a pinch runner, and then use your best bunter to get him over.
And now you have the best pinch hit bat in the entire pool. Teruaki Sato, the reigning Central League MVP for the Hanshin Tigers, hit 40 home runs, drove in 102. Ball 1. 1 on, 1 out. Parks 1-0 pitch. Big cut, 92, splitting the plate, thigh high.
Exactly what you want to see coming off the bench. There's a thing or two about driving in a run.
A wave and a miss, strike 2. Big time execution from Park. A ball and 2 strikes. Level count now. Shohei Ohtani on deck.
You cannot afford to make outs on the bases right here with what's coming, so make sure there's no throwing back behind you as a runner at second base.
Parks. 2-2 pitch. Sato hits it hard, knocked down at first by Moon. Steps on the bag for the second out. Makihara gets to third. First base is open. Do you think there's any chance they don't put up 4 fingers here?
Start now.
They have not yet signaled. Now they do.
Oh, he made sure it was going to be seen. He came out of the dugout running and showed 4 fingers.
His catcher, Park, had to tell Todd Tischer behind home plate, hey, look at my manager. 4 fingers up. I know the Tokyo Dome crowd hates to see it, but that is the obvious move for any opposing manager. It's the classic, you don't let that guy beat you.
Cannot.
And so now it's up to Kensuke Kondo. There will be a pitching change. 2 on, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, tied at 5. Young-Kyu Kim to face Kensuke Kondo. Runners on the corners, 2 outs in the 7th. The first pitch nearly airmailed to the backstop. Kondo had to hit the deck. Kondo was one of Samurai Japan's best hitters in the 2023 WBC title run. So far in this edition of the Classic, he is 0 for 8. Ball 2. It's the WBC debut for Kim. The 2-0 pitch. Just misses the outside edge. Apparently ball 3.
Could have been called strike, but when you go with the mentality of don't chase and don't expand, that's going to be a pitch you have to take.
The 3-0. Kondo was a spectator the whole way. That's strike 1. A career .307 hitter in 14 NPB seasons. Looking for his first hit of this WBC. Ball 4. The bases are loaded for Seiya Suzuki.
We anticipated drama. We got drama.
We had to watch the entire 2023 tournament injured. Has 2 home runs tonight. Now has the bases loaded with 2 gone in the bottom of the 7th, trying to break a 5-5 tie.
Already multiple grand slams have been hit here in this pool. Big man delivered. Opposite field. And did it again. The Statcast. 104.8, 104.4. For this 386.
The record for grand slams in an entire WBC tournament is 4. The last one, there have already been 3 in this pool. There has never been a 3-homer game by a single player. The 2-0 pitch. Way upstairs, ball 3. Bases loaded, 2 outs, nowhere to put Suzuki. The 3-0 at the knee, strike one. Here comes the 3-1. Upstairs, ball 4. And that unties the game. 6-5 Japan.
It's amazing. We've seen it from the middle part of the order, top of the order. Sluggers, contact hitters. One plate appearance just changes everything.
Now Yoshida's turn. Strike one on the outside edge. Boston Red Sox 1 for 3 with a homer. Ground ball, base hit center field. Ohtani scores. Here comes another. 8-5 Samurai Japan. A crooked number in the 7th.
So many times he has come through in this tournament. When it comes down to RBIs, nobody has been better.
He's picked up right where he left off in 2023 when he had a record 13 RBIs in 7 games, the most by a player in a single World Baseball Classic. He's got 4 already. Forces a pitching change. We'll be back after this.
Play coverage, professional hitter. He's a big part of the field. That's why those numbers with the RBIs are where they are, where they belong with this type of approach and mentality. And the ability to just slow everything down and get something good to hit and not overswing, all under control.
After the pitching change, Kazuma Okamoto facing Tae-Kyung Kim. Japan happy to have the lead, but would love to have a bigger cushion entering the final 2 innings. Korean reliever this inning, and the common thread, the issue for all of them, the free passes, a leadoff walk, an intentional walk to Ohtani, Kondo walk, Suzuki walk with the bases loaded, set the stage for Yoshida's 2-run single.
They're going to go back to Maki's at bat or plate appearance. Hitting changer, perhaps game changer.
2-1, 2 out. The 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Ends the 7th inning, but Japan leads 8-5 over the 8th. The tie's been broken. Japan leads once again. Now needs 6 outs to get the win. Yuki Matsumoto has the ball for the top of the 8th. Facing Jung-Hoo Lee to start. Lee 1 for 3 with an RBI single and a run scored. Was back in the 1st inning, and Korea raced out to a 3-0 lead. And it was 3-2. Then Japan jumped ahead 5-3. That advantage was short-lived. Korea punched back with a Hae-Sung Kim homer in the 4th. Can this offense do it again? Lee with a liner into left center field. Cut off by Suzuki. Lee going for second. Suzuki's throw. Foul bounced away. Wasn't in time. Anyway, it's a leadoff double for Jung-Hoo Lee.
It's great hustle, but also an outstanding play in center field. When the ball left the bat, it looked like an automatic double, considering how far he had to go to his right, but that slide makes it a little bit easier. And to the surprise of Jung-Ho, sliding in safely, not thinking it was going to be that close.
Hyun-Min Ahn with Lee in scoring position. And strike one fed to him. Some changes defensively for Samurai Japan. Nakamura now behind the plate. Makihara at second base. Sato in right. Kondo in left. Two balls and a strike. Matsumoto comes set. On. Takes upstairs. Good fastball in the inside corner. Matsumoto, 29-year-old righty. Fukuoka. 51 games last year for the Hawks, an ERA of 1.07 in 50 2/3 innings. 56 Ks. Gets one here. 96 down the pipe, right by him.
Of course, Samurai Japan on the mound has been all about this, the case. They have the arms, they've had the execution, and at the proper time, they're getting the punch outs.
14 total, still no walks. Shea Whitcomb on the first pitch, lines it to left, on a line to Kondo. 2 down.
That was a pretty good pass there by Shea Whitcomb going through the zone. Perfectly read there by Kondo.
Bo Young-moon, the number 6 hitter, 1 for 3 with a 2-run double. Part of the 3-run first inning.
This is where you want his best swing to be saved and not wasted. Even if he falls behind, it has to be your area, your pitch. Don't waste any swings.
We'll see if the swing is affected at all by the collision Moon had with the wall in foul ground next to first base a little earlier.
That's a good point.
And oh.
And the best thing that happened because of that collision, at least it was not on the front part of his body, which is exposed and has to torque the most.
Called ball 4, a 4-pitch walk. Here with 2 outs in the 8th, tying run, strolling to the plate for Team Korea.
It's a very good and well executed game plan. Hitting plan.
Min Jae-shin will pinch run for Moon. Ju Won Kim. The NC Dinos set a career high in home runs last year with 15. Hit 289 in 144 games. He represents the tying run in the top of the 8th. First pitch on the ground, base hit right center field. Jung-Hoo Lee will score. It's now 8-6, and the tying runs are on base.
Playing right into what you just described, why the RBIs, because of this exact plan. And as a left-handed hitter on deck, you always have your eyes on how the previous hitter was approached. You're able to read arm speed, able to read release point, decipher what the breakup ball is doing, what the off speed is doing, and execute your plan, as he just did.
Hyun-Bin Moon will pinch hit for Dongwon Park. Second plate appearance of the tournament. He's 0 for 1. First and second, 2 outs. It's now 8-6. Swing and a miss, strike 1 on a fastball.
Exactly what we anticipated coming into this one. A huge fight.
21 years old, Hyun-Bin Moon. In his first WBC. Watches ball 1. He's finished 3 KBO seasons with Hanwha, hitting .292 in his young career. Yes, he did. 1-2. In the Samurai Japan bullpen, double barrel action. Fujihara and Taisei. A ball and 2 strikes. Matsumoto needs 1 more strike. Does he get it here? No. 2-2. Makes the deuce wild. Two on, 2 out. And the throw back to first. Diving back safely was Kim.
Not a big fan of that play under these circumstances.
2 Dodgers watching in the Samurai Japan dugout. Another Dodger on deck for Korea, Ha-Seong Kim. Full count. You wanted a good game, you got one. You wanted drama, you still have it. The payoff. Ball 4 and the bases are loaded.
Come off the bench. A ton of pressure, all eyes on you, and you deliver like this. That's big. Confidence. could not put him away.
Matsumoto remaining in the game to face Haesung Kim. A fastball on the outside corner, strike one. Kim, a 2-run home run in the 4th inning, sandwiched between 2 Ks. Tying runs in scoring position. The potential go-ahead runner on base. Matsumoto deals and misses downstairs. On a 1-1. Matsumoto gets a whiff and strike 2. The WBC turns teammates into rivals. Ohtani and Yamamoto on one side. Kim on the other. The game hanging in the balance. Ahead of this 1-2.
Rhythm has been off.
Matsumoto comes home. Strike 3 called. The bases are left loaded. 8-6 Japan in the middle of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th begins with a swinging strike on Murakami. Changes for Korea. Rowe at first base. Kim now catching. Korea did get one in the top of this inning, but only one, as Matsumoto was able to strike out Haesung Kim with a fastball at the knee, splitting the plate, froze him, and left them loaded. 1-2.
Not the easiest of innings for Matsumoto, but 27 pitches, only 12 for strikes.
And how about Hirokazu Ibata, the manager, to leave Matsumoto in that position?
These guys are proven commodities. Let them. We're talking about the depth with the starting pitchers, the piggybacks, the fact that all these guys have answered the bell at some point in their careers. No need to panic now.
Two pitch on the way in the dirt. Murakami was the lone member of Samurai Japan's lineup. Didn't come to the plate in the 7th. As Japan scored 3 runs to break a 5-5 tie and take an 8-5 lead. It's now 8-6. Can they get some insurance? Pass hit hard, right field and down. Cut off by On, the leadoff single for Murakami.
Isn't there something on the approach, on the way he takes pitches? It's so easy to see when he's starting to feel comfortable. A lot of topspin. Gets the job done in a big spot.
Matcha whisking celebration. Koki Kitayama, one of the pitchers, actually thought of that one. Kyoto. Good matcha in Kyoto.
Lots of it.
Good speed on the bases now in Shuto. In Japan's epic comeback against Mexico in the 2023 semifinals, it was Shuto using that speed to score the winning run. A strike to Makihara.
And Murakami involved in it too. As one of the heroes of that big win. I would put him in motion right here. Expecting something slow, something low.
Taisei waiting for the 9th inning.
Almost like a semi pitch out. That's 2.
Disengagement rules that MLB fans are aware of. They are in effect for the World Baseball Classic.
Got a bigger lead at first base now.
There he goes. Throw down. Into center field. Shuto will hang out at second base.
Like, why wait? You know what's at stake, and this causes the desperation on the catcher Kim to get rid of the baseball. Fortunately for him, your center fielder does a good job on the assist.
Correa got the strikeout, but could not get the throw him out portion of a potential double play. So Shuto on second. Genda batting. Shuto led NPB in stolen bases last season with 35, and that's despite playing just 96 games. Genda goes fishing. 0-2. Shuto always ready to run. Will Genda give him the chance? Good block behind the plate by Kim. The last year's numbers, 35 and 96 games. He leads the league in stolen bases since he debuted in 2019 with 230. Genda slaps it left center field, but Lee has a read on it, makes the catch, and that is out number 2.
Good contact, pretty good at bat. And at the same time, nice gliding path there for Lee in center field. As the ball's delivered, he's got a nice jump, starts leaning in that direction. It makes him look very easy.
Teruaki Sato, second plate appearance, watches ball 1. Came off the bench, pinch hit in the 7th, grounded out to first base.
That ball left the bat at 108.8.
Sato jam, flies it down the left field line. Jones jumps along the line and makes the catch. Nearly overran it. We go to the 9th, a 2-run game. Taisei, celebrated member of the Yomiuri Giants, the back end of their bullpen, has the 9th inning. His first pitch, sinking to shallow center, but there is Shuto for the first out.
Comes in with a reputation on the mound of being dominant. And the stuff, the way it plays out, is like you don't want to fall behind. You want to work counts or work along at bat. Easy first out.
Facing the top of the Korean order. 8-6 Japan, top of the 9th inning. Korea down to its final 2 outs. Strike 1 to Jahmai Jones. Taisei pitching in front of his home crowd on a couple of fronts. Gets his swing and a miss for strike 2.
Very interesting. Delivery motion. Wind up. Looks like he's going to drive down, and he doesn't drop down.
He was the Giants closer from 2022 to 24, but moved to a setup role after Yomiuri signed Raidel Martinez, a premier reliever, to close games. Taisei's 1-2. All the way by Jones. Ota is his surname, but he just goes by Taisei. He'll try again. Another 1-2 pitch. Jones hits a fly ball to straightaway center field. Shuto at the wall. He jumps and he makes the catch. Oh my goodness! What a play by Ukyo Shuto.
That is magic in the air. At a time when every single out is quite valuable. Perfectly timed.
Now Jung-Hoo Lee bounces the first pitch to first base. That's it. Ball game over. Samurai Japan wins a back-and-forth slugfest. And the latest installment of this international rivalry, 8-6 over Korea.
Time of game, 3 hours and 4 minutes.
Korea jumps ahead. They know what's at stake. Korea respects and knows that lineup is like on the other side. The pitching, on the other hand, dominant with the punch-outs and the strikeouts here tonight. 15 total. But once again, Stephen, it came down to one thing. Firepower. And they have it, and they know exactly how to utilize it.
Japan and Australia both 2-0. Those two teams will play tomorrow for Pool C dominance. Right now, they're riding in the front row of the same Pool C plane.
3 hours and 4 minutes.
And with Samurai Japan's victory, Czechia officially relegated.
Pavel Haldinen's group gave all the effort. For this one here tonight too, Stephen, think about all the moves that coach or manager Iwata had to make from the bench. Defensively, he matched every single item exactly what it needed to be, including outstanding plays there at the end. Speed, small ball, stolen bases, sacrifice bunts, and that's what they are, a dominant unit.
Certainly the best game we have seen in Pool C so far. That was the hope. Dare we say the expectation coming into tonight. Japan and Korea delivered. 8-6 the final. Japan wins despite getting out hit 9-7, setting up a date with the Aussies with the lead seat in Pool C on the line. The first game tomorrow, Korea, quick turnaround to play Chinese Taipei. On behalf of Jose and Moda and our amazing crew, both traveling and here in the Tokyo Dome, led by John Sulzer, Jason Lott directing, I'm Stephen Elson. Thanks so much for watching an epic day in Pool C at the World Baseball Classic.